Next up, we have my vote for captain this year. We're keeping a lot of players so far. What is up? Go Spurs USA episode 3. Here we are live, hopefully with better audio quality. I got the little mic, so let me know. Hopefully it's better for you guys. But on this episode, I'm talking about transfer market. We've got some amazing news, some bombas, as the boys like to say. Senesi in the door, Van Hecke in the door, like a bunch of awesome stuff. But I want to talk about our remaining players, see what's going on. First of all, of course, we have Antonin Kinski. I am going to put him in keep. I think he saved our season. Not only that, I do think he has the potential to be one of our best goalkeeping options. James Trafford, I've heard some other people potentials, but I have a lot of faith. I think Kinski's going to be him. All right. And Davis, we already know he's staying. Personally, I would have let him expire and then just start his coaching career. But hey, here we are. Next up, we got Brandon Austin. I am gonna say let's put him in keep. I mean, if he's cool with being the third choice, I think he's homegrown when we get back into Europe. All right, next up, Connor Gallagher. I'm gonna put him in keep. I think he's a great option, and he showed a lot of promise under De Zerbi at the end of the season. Didn't start so good, but we were rubbish whenever he came in the January window. So Dane Scarlett, I'm going to put him in loan just because why not? From what I remember, Harry Kane was on loan a good bit before he really showed a lot of promise. So let's just keep seeing what happens with him. All right, next we got Jed Spence. I'm going to put him in keep. I think he's just about the best backup fullback in the league. If he's happy to continue to be that second choice. Mickey Van de Ven, keep, absolutely. I think under De Zerbi, he's going to get back to his top shape, and I'm excited for it. So who do we have next here? Sarr. I'm going to put Sarr in sell. He's going to be your first casualty. If we're bringing in the midfielders, the Tonales, the Scott, the Fernandez, whoever we end up getting, someone's got to make room. I think it's going to be Sarr. I think he has a lot of talent, a lot of potential, but he's just not that top level midfielder we need to be challenging for Europe next year. Here, Pedro Porro, keep. Brilliant business. Tottenham locking him down long term. I heard Madrid was calling. I heard Man City was calling. I'm glad we got him over the line. Rodrigo Bentancur, I'm good to keep as long as he's a backup option to whoever we bring in. I think he showed a lot of quality in the end of the season once he was back fully fit. Souza, we didn't get to see him play a lot, but I'm going to put him in loan because he's a young talent. We'll see what he's got. Odebear, I am going to put him in. I'm just going to put him in keep because he's going to be rehabbing a lot of the year. And so we'll just have to see what happens. So next up, we have my vote for captain this year. We're keeping a lot of players so far. My vote for captain this year, I want James Maddison to be the skipper. He's got the energy, he's got the vibes, and he's got the talent. And so as long as he gets back to his full abilities after rehabbing this thing, I think getting to play some games at the end of the season is going to be huge for him coming back into this year. I've obviously got to put him in keep. All right. Helenia, as much as I am grateful for him, I'm going to let him go out on loan because I think we are a little limited when he's on the pitch from what we want to do from a passing and progressing the ball standpoint. So I'm going to let him expire because we got to bring in some top tier midfielders. And I think we're going to do it. So, all right, Vicario, I'm going to put him in sell. Let's get some cash. I think Kinski's got the role. All right, Kevin Danzo going into keep, one of the best backup center backs in the league, in my opinion. I think we got to keep him. All right, Dragusin, I think we're going to sell him. I think we're going to sell him to an Italian club. He really just got into the club, got injured, and then is pushing for a move. That's not the energy we need. We'll see you later. Okay, controversial. I'm going to put Richarlison in sell. Now, I think Richie showed a lot of heart this season. However, I think it is time for us to upgrade that position. Javi Simmons, I feel like because of the volatility of our club, we never saw the full potential. I'm putting him in keep. I'm excited to see him under a De Zerbi system once he rehabs this injury. We probably won't see him a lot until the end of this year. One of my biggest keeps is got to be Mohamed Kudus. He was our whole offense before he went down with that injury, and so I'm just excited to see him back on the pitch with a great system that we're going to see with De Zerbi. Archie Gray, I actually I'm a fan of loaning him out. I want to see what happens if we send him out on loan. And yeah, we'll see what happens. All right, next up, we are going to sell Cuti Romero. Shout out to him for coming back for that last match, but he's captain. You got to do that. I think it's time for him to move on, hopefully somewhere in Spain. All right, Kulusevski, my personal favorite player. That's his shirt right there. I really, really hope he gets back to fitness. I honestly have no idea what's going on, but I'm going to cross my fingers. All right, next up, who do we have here? Dom Solanke. I want to keep him as a second option. We got to bring in a new striker. Lucas Bergvall. I've heard rumors Chelsea want to buy him for $50 million. I love the guy, but if they're going to offer $50 million, I think we sell him. There's not going to be room for him in the squad. If he's willing to go on loan to a lower level than 17th. Premier League club, I'm going to be okay with that. But if he's got to go, he's got to go. All right, and then now we have Tell. I want to keep him as a backup winger option to whoever we bring in, hopefully Savino. But yeah, it looks like I'm leaving a couple players off. Kolomuani's obviously expiring. We've got a couple other players. Where's Udogie? All right, well, anyway, that's the players we've gotten here today. I hope we bring in some amazing signees, but this is what I think of the squad. Let me know what your thoughts are.